Hi, this is Duty Bound. Now I'm doing a split video for Common Ground Canada as well as my Duty Bound channel. So you guys are both going to see it. And I am here with Jessica. Nice to meet you, Jessica. Actually, you know what? Maybe we can move up a little closer, just kind of the noise in the street. I don't have to be on it as long as they can hear you.
Okay.
So, what are your thoughts on puberty blockers for children?
I'm not okay with it, but I'm okay with it. I mean, I think the certain age levels, they should have rights to their own body and what they want to. But puberty blocker wise, we didn't have it back in our day, so why should we have it now?
So what do you think, kind of a caveat to that, I guess, what do you think, do you have an opinion on what the age should be?
I would say probably, 12 and up, only because females hit puberty around that time too, right? So, as little girls, whatever. But yeah, so I would say around 12.
Okay. Now, what about, the next question down from that, I'm going to ask, just because it's kind of related, do you think, what about a surgical sex change? Because these things can't really be reversed.
Yeah, I would say really talk to your children about it more and try to understand where they're coming from if it's willing for them to want to do it, because even if we say no, they're going to rebel later on in life anyways and probably still do it regardless. So the more knowledge that you get on it and the more understanding you get of it, maybe the better parenting and getting along with your children might be a little bit better.
Do you think that it's, so I don't know how to ask this, do you think it's important to disagree with your children on certain topics in order to protect them?
Yes, but also don't go against them as well, because you don't want them to feel like you're trying to tell them what to do.
Try and cowtail them.
Well, yeah, because at the end of the day, like when we're told not to do something, if it's something that we're eager to do or something that we want to do, we're gonna do it.
They're
gonna rebel. Yeah. So no, I would just say get the knowledge of it, work with them, and see where it goes, I guess.
Okay, what's this question? Okay, so what are your thoughts on our current political climate, such as the extreme left and the extreme right?
Honestly, I don't really follow politics.
That's fine. That's perfectly fine.
But yeah, no, I don't know. I think it's all crap bullshit. I think the community should all come together and decide rather than listen to what politicians have to say, because they're just in it for the money.
That's actually something I agree with, because I think it's all one party just trying to divide us.
That's exactly what it is.
Now, should sexual themes and orientations be in either elementary school or workplaces? Or one? Should it be in one or should it not be in?
No, I think it should be in both.
It should be in both.
Yeah, because sex is a big thing nowadays. If you look at society and the things that you see on the internet and everything else, like Pornhub, you can get on that no problem, right? Just saying.
No, that's
and,
true.
Everything's accessible. You don't even have to show ID on those sites either. It just says, if I'm 18 or older, enter. If you're not 18 or older, don't enter. You just click the button. That's all they have to do, right?
This might be a bit too much TMI, but when I was a kid, I was doing a school project on the White House. Turns out whitehouse.com is a porn site.
Well,
and as soon as I found out, I ran over to my friend's house and I was like, you gotta see these bazookas. But yeah, so but do you think, so you think it's proper that they put these sexual books and all that stuff into school?
Yes, because I think kids nowadays in these ages that are young and that are going out there and having unprotected sex, and that should a little bit know more about it and be more fluent with it, because you can't just go and stick your, in a girl and think that that's okay. Like, there's more understanding to it than that.
Okay, so is there an age that you would be a cutoff, or just any age?
I would say, nowadays, I hate to see it, but probably about 11 and up.
Okay.
That really sucks, but yeah.
What do you think about people that oppose the riots that Antifa caused? And then what do you think about Antifa itself?
Well, Antifa, I don't really think much on that one, but when you go to protests and stuff like that, I'm big on that. Like, we did it over here at City Hall. The first one that we did was with Angela Voss for the homeless, and I stayed there for nights on end. That we did the homeless encampment there in front of the City Hall here.
Actually, I was giving water to the homeless.
Yeah, I've done all that. I'm actually a social worker. I'm a peer support worker. So.
Yeah, no, I love. Most of my friends are homeless actually, but but actually I'm very big on supporting the homeless community, because I think our city, our government, municipal, federal, provincial, I think we've all failed them, and I think our community most of all have failed them.
Yeah.
Because clearly there's more than enough funding to go around.
Yeah.
Why are these people without homes? Why are they not without people to support them getting clean and getting jobs?
Yeah, not even just getting clean, just helping with everything, like food-wise too, or even just support.
I'm not talking about never party.
No, yeah, I know what you mean. That, yeah, no,
You know
I
what I
agree.
mean,
No, I
yeah.
agree with you. But
Being
what I'm saying
able
is, like,
to-
they need more support.
Yeah.
Is what it really comes down to, right? So, but yeah, I know I'm all for protests.
And then, okay, so what are your thoughts on, so with the growing mass immigration, with the crime rise in it, what are your thoughts on mass immigration? Because of it, and because of the unvetted mass immigration, there's a lot of rising crime. Now, because of that, there's a growing movement for mass deportation.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on either? And do you think that there's overarching, I apologize for the sound. There's an overarching reason why they're doing unvetted immigration. I personally, my thing is that they're doing unvetted immigration because they want an ethnic race war.
Yeah.
My hope is that we can recognize our differences and avoid this. But do you have any feelings, opinions on mass immigration, unvetted, versus mass deportation, unvetted?
I think that deportation is full of fucking bullshit. Pardon my language.
No, you can swear. Swear as much as you
Okay.
fucking like.
I think deportation is like a whole crock of load of shit. And if they're not doing anything wrong and they don't have any criminal history, why would you deport them if they're hard workers when they come to Canada?
Yeah, I think hard workers, those are the people that I want to speak up for.
Yeah.
Because my ex, her family was, they worked hard. And the fact is, the thing that worries me is that there's a lot of people coming here that don't want anything to do with that. They don't want anything to do with our values. So it's like, now there's going to be youth growing up, and they're going to view everyone the same.
Yeah.
So if they are going to view everyone the same, people like them are going to get deported too.
Yeah.
And that's what we should, those are the people we need to stick up for.
That is, yeah. No, and I agree with you 100% on that one.
Okay, so what about, gun rights?
Gun rights?
Uh-oh.
I would have to say, honestly, if I could own a gun right now, no problems, because I don't have a criminal record, I would definitely need one. Not to say need, but want one at the same time. Not for, like, crime type thing or anything like that, or anything, like, negative. But, yeah, right now, the streets are getting crazy out here, and it's becoming more worse, and there's more kids that are under the age of 15 that get more guns than I know of anybody in my entire life. So,
Yeah.
and that's just, I don't find that okay. They should definitely put a stop to that, but the government never will, because there's always a loophole for everything, right? So,
Now, I have actually I have one thing to add to that, and then I have one more question. One of my first interviews was with a man named Sadat. He's now my friend. But he came from India, and he was living in another city. I can't remember which city. But when he got knocked out with a lead pipe, and he came to, one of his pocket watches from his old country was in his pocket, which means the gang is now present here
Yeah.
and watching him.
Yeah.
So they're trying to extort him. So now we've got international gangs here.
Yeah.
Right, and so this comes with the whole vetting thing, right?
Yeah.
We don't want our youth growing up hating people based on how they look. We want to invite people here for a better life,
Yep.
and we want to ensure that can still happen.
Exactly. I agree. Yeah.
And then there is a problem that's a big problem primarily in England and a lot of European countries.
Yeah.
But it's not the same here yet. There's it's a kind of a grooming gang. So they go around, they steal kids,
Yep.
and they bring them up into sex trafficking, right?
Yep.
Now there is sex trafficking in our city.
Yeah. Well, we know that.
Yeah, I mean, I actually grew up in a motel where it was very present. But what do you think we can do to kind of prevent that, or should we prevent that?
As parents, be more observant.
Yep.
Actually pay attention to what you're doing with your kids. Don't just let them run off because you think you're in a park and it's safe. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Not saying hold your kid's hand all the time, but like pay attention to your kid, because it takes 2 seconds for somebody to come up and grab them. You know what I mean? Other than that, the government should be doing more into it rather
Yes.
than let it prolong until they get a certain numerous amount of evidence or whatever the case may be. As soon as you know, you should grab them.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Because I know girls who have been grabbed here in Hamilton that have gone out. You know what I mean? And because they called for help and nobody helped them, they had to fight for their lives to get out of it, right? So
It is.
I find that pretty sad too. That we don't have enough justice in that system for that. But yeah, I would just have to say observe your surroundings and always keep track of things that are
Thank you very
No
much.
problem.
It was very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
This has been Duty Bound and the CCG on the streets.